Hi, I'm Matt Burgwell from Cirrus Aircraft. I'm the executive director of our Vision Jet product line, and behind me we have the G3 Vision Jet that we came out with in February. The Vision Jet's been in production since 2016, and we have over 750 Vision Jets flying throughout the world. Most of our customers actually come from our SR line of airplanes, and they make the jump up to the Vision Jet as it makes the perfect entry-level turbine. The Vision Jet incorporates the Garmin Perspective Touch Plus Avionics, and actually that's the same avionics suite that we have in our SR series airplane. All of our training is done in Knoxville, Tennessee, where our customers will get the type rating in 2 full motion level D simulators. And what they will do is they'll put an order into an airplane. About a month before delivery, they'll come to Knoxville to do their type rating training, and from there they will then take delivery of their Vision Jet, and if they need to, they will also fly with them for the necessary amount of hours. All right, let's take a look at the cabin of the airplane. So one of the first things you'll notice when you get inside the Vision Jet is the amount of space that you have. All the occupants in the front of the seats and the back of the seats all have. You don't really notice it from the outside of the airplane, but as soon as you kind of get in, because of our carbon fiber technology, it's almost more of an egg shape. So it just optimizes the room that's available for all the passengers, where you have the shoulder room you need, the headroom that you need, kind of throughout the airplane. The next thing you'll notice is the big windows that are throughout the cabin. And this is, it doesn't matter where you sit in the airplane, you have a beautiful view from any seat just because of these big windows. When we look at our avionics, I mentioned before, this is a Perspective Touch Plus avionics. It's based off the G3000 system by Garmin. And we have 3 touchscreen controllers that are, this is kind of where all the necessary inputs happen. And then we have 2 displays. You have the PFD, and then you're able to split up to 3 different panes on the MFD and the /PFD to put whatever information you want to on the airplane. And right now we have it set up. We're on the ground here right now at AERO Friedrichshafen. But we have a checklist that's located right here on this pane. And then we have our MFD map. Then we also have our infrared camera right here on our right-hand side, which is a fabulous tool for if you're coming in at night at an airport you're unfamiliar with and you're just trying to get around on the ground, or if you're up at altitude during the nighttime and you're just trying to find those clouds that maybe that might cause a few bumps here and there. You can easily see them and avoid them. But yeah, the avionics suite is it's a pretty powerful one. It's because it's based off the G3000, it's a pretty easy transition from our customers who are coming from our SR series airplane, because they have the same avionics suite in the G7 SR series airplane. So the avionics are something that's pretty easy for people to understand when especially they're coming from a Cirrus. Also, the layout of the airplane is very similar to our SR series airplane. So all the bolster switches are ordered exactly the same in the Vision Jet as they are in the SR. The autopilot is in the exact same spot. We still have the side stick on both airplanes. Where you start it, where your throttle is, all this stuff is very, very familiar. So when we have our customers who are coming into a turbine for the very first time, they are familiar with the cockpit or the flight deck layout, and then they're also familiar with the avionics, so really they can just concentrate on learning the difference of turbine operations with pressurization and high altitude flying. So making this, again, a great first turbine airplane. The Vision Jet is it's currently priced at about $3.6 million. And it's because of the single engine jet that's on this airplane. I mean, the operating costs are only a fraction of what other turbojets are. Now we're sitting in the kind of the back seats of the Vision Jet, and again, I said the big windows. There is not a place in the Vision Jet where you don't have a fabulous view. And right now, you can also see tons of legroom as well in the back row, the second row of seats. But a little bit about the specs on the Vision Jet. It does. It cruises at up to flight level of 310. It will fly at about 200 or 310 knots true, give or take, depending on kind of the conditions. The range will be about can go up to about a little over 1,000 nautical miles. It really just depends on kind of what your loads are. The Vision Jet does have seating for 7 people in the airplane. 6 adults can fit comfortably in the airplane. And as you see, we now have a new bench seat that's actually part of our Generation 3 airplane. And you do have 7 seat belts back here, and again, you can just, whoever can physically fit back there, you can bring along with the ride. The safety features on the Vision Jet, it incorporates the CAP's Cirrus airframe parachute system that's been standard equipment in all Cirrus airplanes since we came out with the first SR-20 in 1999. This airplane also incorporates the safe return emergency auto land system, which is right here. So if anything ever happens to the pilot, with a touch of the button, the plane will automatically land itself. And our typical customer who flies the Vision Jet is the pilot is actually the owner as well. So they a lot of times utilize the airplane, for their personal lives and to both for business and also for family kind of reasons. One thing that's unique with the Vision Jet cabin area is like everybody's connected to the intercom system. So you can be, if you're on headsets, you could be talking to the pilot, the co-pilot, and there's no gallery wall that's kind of separating what's happening in the flight deck from what's happening back in these seats. So everybody is kind of immersed in the flight experience. Our customers typically use the airplane to, they go to second homes, they further their business. And again, they use it to kind of enhance their kind of overall personal life. We also find that some customers do hire a professional pilot as well. This is a lot smaller of a percentage. We are also seeing the Vision Jet starting to go into more like charter type operations as well, where people are using it more for charter services, and that's starting to happen both in the United States, and we're starting to see a little bit of activity in Europe as well.